Hey, what up, everybody? Grant Wise here with Modern Agent Mastery, and I'm here with the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Aaron Catt. We're on here to talk a little bit about his success in real estate and a lot of what's been working for him lately, and get a little feedback on this whole Modern Agent Mastery program. So, Aaron, thanks for jumping on with me, man. I appreciate it so much.
Yeah, you bet.
So, tell everybody, just so everybody kind of knows who you are. Tell everybody a little bit about yourself. How long have you been in the real estate game?
Gosh, okay, so I started in real estate in 2004, and I'm in Boise, Idaho, and at that time our market was just absolutely popping, and so I thought I was really smart. I thought I was a great agent, and it was the kind of market where all you needed to do was have a license. And 2007 came along, and then 8, and then 9, and it taught a lot of us really quick, like that you needed to do more than just have a real estate license to succeed. And so I tried a whole bunch of different things. Most of my business at that time was coming from my sphere of influence, and that was gone. They were all upside down in their houses, or I'd lost them by that point. I got into new construction. It was a great opportunity to learn sales and how to, meet with people who were cold. They were coming into the sales office. And then, things kind of started to change there as well, too. And I stepped away from the real estate business for about 3 years and took a full-time job. I was still doing, the low-hanging fruit deals, but I wanted to get back into the business full-time. And I knew I didn't have the money to drop 10 grand on a website or 20 grand on a website and all the things I would need to do to build it from scratch. And so I joined a team, and one of the things that they had been doing for a number of years was building a very big web presence. And so we were getting a lot of online leads. Now I'm paying dearly for these leads through my split. And I thought, I would like. Did it kick me? No,
All right,
good.
we got you back.
Sorry about that. Yeah. So I wanted to be able to generate more of my leads to become more autonomous, from the team.
Yeah.
And so that's when I signed up, and it was back in February, I believe, of this year. And, I'll say right now that I was still busy all the way through it, but I wanted to start my own source.
Right.
And so I followed all the instructions. I was fully convinced by what you guys were doing, because I have a database on my team of well over 4,000 people, and we are trained to respond to a new lead within 5 minutes. I know the numbers from MIT and Harvard, their research that shows what happens if you don't. And I was seeing success, and I thought, hey, this is just another lead source. It's online. I know how to do it. And so I kind of felt like I was hitting the ground running. And sure enough, instantly the leads start rolling in, as so many people say. And then it was ultimately just a matter of conversion. And so today, in fact, I literally just left the closing table with one of my very first buyer leads. But she was the referral of a lead that came through. And, we started talking on Facebook. In fact, that's really where the lead came from. She went to my page, and she was kind of tinkering around there, and I snagged her through Messenger. So, it's been great. I enjoy it. In fact, as I kind of told you earlier, my goal for this year was to hit about $6.75 million in sales. And by July 1st, that had already come and gone. So
that's sick, man. That's sick. So,
well, yeah.
Congrats to the success. I'm happy that you decided to take a plunge and join the Modern Agent Mastery program. That's epic. What were a lot of and you might not have had any, but what were your concerns with, you got everybody out there talking about, well, we're going to get you these types of results, and we're going to get you this. And there's all kinds of, new programs and all. What were your concerns when it came to the Modern Agent Mastery program?
Well, money up front is always a concern. That was a concern. I think the other concern was, are these going to be legitimate leads?
Right. Yeah.
The quality of the lead was my concern. As I said, I had already had enough experience dealing with getting on my own website, the names that people register under, the fake names, the fake numbers, they get pretty nasty, right?
Yeah.
but I was okay with that. I hate to say this about real estate and people's lives and their homes, but it's a numbers game when it comes to an online lead. And I know what the conversion ratios should be. And so I was just concerned, is there going to be enough leads to have a high enough conversion ratio?
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah. And there were absolutely plenty.
That's awesome. Why did you think that, what was it about Facebook? What was it about, Facebook ads and Facebook marketing? Like, what was the light bulb that went off for you? Were like, I think this really is an amazing opportunity.
First and foremost, it was an absolute leap of faith. I was convinced early on that, social media is a great, you should have a Twitter account, you should have Facebook, you should do all of these things, but nobody showed me how to do it. Right. So I kind of didn't know what I didn't know. Yeah. And until I actually saw that it's like, no, you target your leads and, you go after them in a very meaningful way rather than just post more garbage about, what agents do. I don't even have to go there.
The real estate agent directory that throws out those Lux photos every day that, right. Oh, wouldn't you love to have this dream bathroom that you will never be able to afford in your entire lifetime?
Yeah, precisely.
I'm not trying to be a condescending jerk there, but I think it is funny that you see so many people pushing out the exact same content from the exact same source that doesn't have anything to do with, likability or shareability or building a business or actually generating names, email addresses, and phone numbers. And so that's really cool that you kind of recognize that early and were able to get around that. Yeah. What would you say has been like your best lead generator? What was it that we showed you that really kind of helped you the most? Was it just like a homes list that we showed you how to run? What was it that really helped you get those leads?
Homes list for sure. I've tried a number of the different ads, but the one that I found the most success with is the homes list ad. It's definitely, I can't speak to every other market or what other agents in MAM deal with, but we have a severe shortage of inventory. And so access to a list of homes, and our median home price when I started this was about $250. So a homes list at $250 and less is in high demand. And that's where the leads just continually came in. Now I did a social listing method on a couple listings. And honestly, I just have, I've had more buyers at the beginning of the year than I had listings. And so that's what I focused on. And that's where the leads came in primarily.
That's awesome, man. Well, hey, dude, I thank you so much for jumping on, just taking a few minutes and sharing a little bit of your thoughts on Modern Agent Mastery, thoughts on, Facebook advertising as a whole, and pumped to hear about your success. I hope you continue to go off and do that. If there was somebody that was watching this right now and they were a skeptic, they had the same fears you did, and there's all these companies out there making all these promises. What would you say to them about Modern Agent Mastery?
Oh, it sounds super cheesy. This is quite the setup, but just do it. It's even if money's tight, it's all about execution. There's so many opportunities out there. You have to communicate quickly, you have to communicate concisely, and you have to communicate continually. That call that interrupted was a buyer who I've tried to contact, at least in my CRM log, 26 times before I actually made contact. And this is a multi-million-dollar buyer. My market right now, the median home price is $275. So this is a big fish in the barrel, right? Yeah. So I would say, as I said before, take the leap of faith, put your money out there. You're probably not spending much money anyway in marketing. And if you are, you're wasting your time. Just do it and literally commit. I would say if you committed a few hours a day, every day for 1 month, you'll be sitting in a closing room before you know it.
That's sick, dude. That's so awesome. Thanks so much. Yeah. I appreciate you so much. And thank you so much for sharing some of your thoughts on Modern Agent Mastery. Appreciate you, brother.
Yeah. Awesome. Anytime. Thanks.
Thanks.